they're doing a tournament in Salt Lake.
Or in Boise, I mean.
All right, sound check from Preston Gym. It's Preston versus Pocatello tonight. Girls game from Preston Gym, 3-2-1, 3-2-1. knobs here. My VUs. All right, I'm ready when you are. All right, take two. Preston versus Pocatello, coming up from Preston Gym. 3-2-1, 3-2-1. Plenty of movement in my meters. All the buttons are where they should be. All right, I'm ready to go. Starting to make more noise now. Try it again when you're on. All right, take three from Preston Gym. Preston versus Pocatello coming up in 3-2-1. I slid the main mix back and forth a little bit. Might get a little dirty. Yeah, exactly. All right, so could be. Okay, so the fourth quarter just started, so I will hang up and call you back here in a few minutes. All right, see you. That's some friend you are. All right.
Other side, Clara! Go get him, Pace! Hold on, hold on!
Preston won or Pocatello? 50-9. What's the next one? Let's go ahead and go after this song.
Don't foul, don't foul. Cut! Straight up, Trev!
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And good evening, everybody. Welcome here to Preston Gym once again here tonight as the Preston Lady Indians will be taking the floor as tonight they'll open conference play as the Pocatello Thunder are here tonight as they'll meet here coming up in just a little bit. Here on the pregame show, we can tell you there's 3 minutes left to go in the JV game. Preston's JVs lead by 11, 38-27. Coming into the game tonight, Preston's girls have lost 2 in a row. They come in 4-3 overall on the year now, as they'll take on the Pocatello team, who's ranked first in the 5A media and the 5A coaches polls for girls basketball, and deservedly so, as they are 8-0 so far on the year. But the Indians will try to do their best against them tonight. This is a conference game tonight. Kind of strange to have a conference play open before the holiday break, but that's the hand that the Lady Indians are dealt this year, and that's what they'll have to go with. Coming up on the pregame show, we will talk to Coach User coming up in just a little bit. Plus, we'll have another conversation with our outstanding students from Preston High School and check other games going on around the area tonight. We'll do all that. We'll get to all that as we continue here on the pregame show. The pregame show tonight and the game itself, too, brought to you by Northern Title, a trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call to find out how they can help you at 208-852-5700. We're right back after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
And welcome back in here to Preston Gym as the Lady Indians get ready to take on the Lady Thunder from Pocatello coming up in just a few minutes. Our scene set tonight and our news and notes segment brought to you by Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports. You'll find them on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. Well, John, night 4 of 5 in a row getting ready to tip off here in just a little bit as the Indians take on the Thunder. Conference game before Christmas. That's a little odd.
Yeah, I know. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I thought my mic was off. Yeah, it's an interesting one. The Indians are going to have a real challenge tonight, so it'll be fun to see how they match up against Pocatello.
Pocatello 8-0 on the year. They've beaten Preston now 5 straight times. And a lot of that is just because of the girl that stands in the middle, Kinsey and Garza.
Kennison.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kennison Garza. She's just fun to watch, but she's got some good help too. We've got Lusk and Hargrave and yeah, they're just a good team. Yeah, they're fun to watch.
They are. Preston coming off 2 tough losses back to back. Last game against Bear Lake. It's just tough team, tough game. And Preston, unfortunately, just had the shots inside but couldn't get them to go down.
Yeah, and that's been kind of their Achilles heel for them this year is they're close to the basket shots. They're just jumping up and over the rim and bouncing off the rim and different things. But, their close shots are really hurting them this year.
Yeah, they really are. So let's see what happens tonight. We'll talk to Coach User coming up in just a little bit. About a minute and a half to go in the JV game. Preston clinging to a 7-point lead. We'll keep you updated on that. As right now we'll take a timeout. Our conversation with Coach User coming up in the Coach's Corner in just a little bit right here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
So timeout in the JV game, 36 seconds left. Preston leads 40-31. Want to remind you, one more game took this week. That comes up tomorrow night as the boys will be here, as they will be playing host to Blackfoot. Pre-game show tomorrow night at 7, tip-off at 7:30. We'll talk to Coach Hughes when we come back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The pregame coaches show is brought to you by Elisa Benson, North Realty Idaho, and North Realty Utah. And welcome back to the pregame show as we stop in and visit with Coach Ben User here before we square off with the Pocatello Thunder coming up here at Preston Gym tonight. I've, off to a good start, and now with a couple of losses in your back pocket, you come into tonight's game 4-3 now on the year.
Yeah, we're in a little bit of a funk, trying to come out of it tonight against a really good Pocatello team. We've tried to prepare the girls as best we can, but also told them to come out and get back to where we have been good this year, and that's on the defensive end.
The loss of Addie Romney certainly could play a big role in how the season goes. How do you think the girls acted and recovered from that in the game the other night?
To lose a young lady like Addie has been really hard for the girls. It's been hard for the coaches and the girls, and I still think there's a little bit of a hangover, if you will, from that that's impacting us day to day in practice. And obviously in the last couple of games, I felt the team has just been a little bit different. And I think we're still getting used to the idea that our heart and soul is going to be gone for the year. And so we've kind of had Addie come and visit with the girls this week and kind of try to give them a little bit of a pep talk. And I think the girls have responded well to that. So I'm hoping they're prepared tonight.
Because you and I, we spoke after we finished the interview the other night, and you told me that you asked a couple of girls on the team to kind of step up and do some other things. And that, to me, when I was watching the game, it didn't go quite. It was probably the way you hoped.
Yeah, and that's probably on my end. I probably didn't give them enough time, enough notice, enough practice time to do some of those things. But we've fixed that now, and I think that some of those girls that we've challenged to kind of step up and do some things and take on a little bit more of a leadership role, I think that's going to help them, and I think they'll show that tonight.
Okay, let's talk about this Pocatello team. A very good team. They've gone to state the last couple of years. They're unbeaten so far this year, and their toughness starts in the middle, and her name is Garza.
Yes, it is, and Garza has been here, it seems like 10 years, but going into her senior year, she is off to a great start, and she's got a great cast of teammates with her, and they're going to be a handful. And the challenge and the fun of sports is, as a player, stepping up to that competition and that challenge that's presented, and coming out and giving them our best, and that's what we're hoping to do tonight.
One of the things that makes her so tough is because they have such a good inside-out game. Because when you think you got Garza a little bit under control, she starts kicking it out to people like Abby Lusk, and she just fills it up from the outside.
To me, honestly, Lusk is probably the X factor. She's probably that player that we need to control even more so than Garza, because she just does so many good things. She plays inside, she plays outside, she's super long, very athletic, and she's fun to watch. And she's going to get her teammates involved, and she's going to get Garza involved, and Garza's going to be a recipient of her getting to the middle, and Garza's going to seal, and they're going to be able to get her the ball and finish. And that's what they've been doing this year.
How do you come up with a strong finish now going into the holiday break? You got this game, you got a game on Tuesday, and then it's kind of almost like 2 weeks off.
The challenge to having a district game before Christmas and not in January is just that, is are we ready at this point of the season to face a district rival? And the answer is we're going to have to be. We don't have a choice at this point. We're going to come out and we're going to have to be ready to play tonight. And the girls, we had a shoot around today. I thought the presence of the girls, the focus, I thought that was really good today. And so I'm hoping we just come out and we compete extremely hard, because I think we can clip Pocatello if we play like we can. And we've seen it in snippets throughout each of the games where we go for 2 or 3 minutes, we put everything together, and I'm just hoping tonight's that night where we start putting more of that together.
I thought the last game against Bear Lake, we played very well. Just the shots that we had in the paint, we couldn't get them to go down.
Yes, both the last few games have been a challenge. However, Ellie Nilsson, we've got some offense geared around what she is strong at, and that is coming off of a low pick and finishing. And I feel like she's doing a great job of doing that. And the girls who are getting her open, oftentimes those things are overlooked. They don't go in the stat book. The fans don't cheer for a good screen, but our girls are doing a great job of getting her open, and our wings are doing a good job of getting her the basketball. So we've kind of figured out some things. We're going to have to keep ahead of the game because people are going to figure out how to defend those things, but we're excited to keep challenging girls like Ellie.
You're ready for a battle tonight?
I'm ready for a battle tonight, and I think our girls will be too.
Very good. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That's Coach Ben User with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout. Back with more right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back to another edition of Preston's Outstanding Students, brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental here in Preston, as we get another opportunity to sit down with a couple of great students here at Preston High School, as we'll have a couple of juniors with us today. First of all, it's Madison Gustin joining us here on the program. Madison, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much.
And also Lincoln Jones with us here today as well. Lincoln, and welcome to you as well.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the way things have gone so far here at Preston for you guys. You've both been here a couple of years now, as you're both juniors. And Madison, we'll start with you. What has your experience at Preston High School been like?
I mean, wow, it's definitely been a hill of ups and downs. I transferred from Westside recently in 8th grade. I've just kind of gone back and forth, but I can say for sure that Preston has always been my home. It's been very fun. I mean, Preston offers so many opportunities, and I've been able to truly find myself as a student here at Preston High through all the extracurricular activities they have and just so many amazing opportunities.
I'm not going to ask you to throw Westside under the bus and say that this was better than over there, right?
No.
No.
Westside is still great. Don't get me wrong. It's just the community. It's irreplaceable. Like, I have just found so many unique friends, unique opportunities. Even the teachers here, the staff are so welcoming, and it's just been very nice to see that in a school.
And Lincoln, what about you? How's your first couple of years gone here at Preston?
Pretty great. We have some unique programs here that I'm a big fan of, particularly like auto tech and wood shop, some of the more hands-on learning opportunities. And we have some great teachers here, and everybody is very welcoming. We have a pretty great atmosphere.
You mentioned hands-on activities and hands-on learning experiences. What kind of things are you doing? You wood shop and auto shop, you mentioned you're doing those?
Yeah, I take both of those classes currently and have for the last 2 years. We do all sorts of things in there. In auto tech, I'm tearing apart engines, putting back together cars pretty regularly, and wood shop is just a blast. Get to work on heavy machinery and gain carpentry skills and contracting capabilities, I guess.
How was your grades gone so far with very interesting classes like that, hands-on stuff? What have your grades been like so far here in the first couple of years?
I'm a 3.940 student. I consistently get pretty great grades. I usually have good teachers, which helps.
Very good. Madison, we'll jump back over to you here. What kind of classes have you been taking, and what are your grades like?
So particularly classes that I really like have been anatomy and physiology and also medical terminology. I'm a medical nerd. I love anything. It's just so interesting to find new things about the human body and just really expand my knowledge on medical things. My grades usually stand between a 3.8 through 4.0 pretty consistently throughout the year. I do have some ups and downs throughout the year, but I feel like that's normal for any student. But as long as I have the determination to get it back up, which I usually do throughout the end of the semester.
So when you feel like when you look down the road that maybe someplace in medicine is something where you're going to land as a career after school?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm currently working at Franklin County Medical Center as an EVS tech, and I've already spoken with the CEO, and it looks like nursing is going to be a pretty good route for me. I'm setting up to go to college as soon as I graduate and just go straight on forward.
Very good. So when you start talking about looking forward now again and going to college, what type of places are in mind? What kind of things you want to pursue at what school?
So mine will kind of be a mixture, if that makes sense, because Franklin County offers this amazing scholar program, which I'm going to apply to, which makes it so I can take the schooling through FCMC and also ISU. So I will be doing my clinicals at ISU, but also be doing most of my college at FCMC. And I hope that I will later on specialize to being the NICU or just anywhere in labor and delivery.
Great ideas, great vocations to get into, and it sounds like with the programs you have looking at between Franklin County Medical Center and Idaho State that you don't have to travel too far for school either.
Oh no, I never wanted to travel far either way. I love home sweet home, and I just love being around my family. So it's a pretty good outlook for me. I really like where I'm heading.
Very good. Lincoln, what about you? What's when you look down the road, what kind of things do you see in your future?
That's the great struggle of my life right now, trying to figure that out. One of the routes I might take is going into chemical engineering, taking either from ISU or BYU or potentially Utah State. I started taking chemistry classes and science classes these last 2 years and have gotten into some of the higher levels, and I have a lot of fun in the lab out there working, and so I think that that's a potential path. Or another one is maybe going into the automotive industry and going to some sort of technical college to build those skills, and then potentially opening up a tuning shop somewhere around.
Again, very, very admirable, vocations to look to get into. Love the idea of chemical engineering. Over the past weeks, a couple of months, we've done this. I don't know how several people want to get into medicine. We've had some people want to be lawyers, but I would have to say, Lincoln, you're the first chemical engineer that we've come across possibly here at Preston High School. Guys, thanks for taking a few minutes to be with us here today. Lincoln Jones, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Madison Guston, we appreciate your time as well.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
And here we are, Lincoln Jones, Madison Guston, two more of Preston's outstanding students.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
And welcome back to Preston Gym, and welcome back to the Indians pregame show. As the Lady Indians get ready to take the floor tonight against the Pocatello Thunder here at Preston Gym, there are a number of other games going on around the area as well, so let's take a look at the other games scheduled for tonight, as Highland will be at Rigby this evening. Idaho Falls goes to Hillcrest. Canyon Ridge takes on Madison. Skyline goes to Shelley. Thunder Ridge will be at Bonneville. American Falls goes to Buell. West Jefferson will take on Soda Springs. Aberdeen goes to Declo. It'll be Snake River at Filer. South Fremont takes on Firth. And Grace will face New Plymouth. There is also one tournament going on, the Sugar Salem Shootout, which features Sugar Salem, Blackfoot, and North Fremont playing there as well. And of course, here at Preston Gym, the Lady Indians get ready to take on the Lady Thunder from Pocatello. It's the conference opener for both teams. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the starting lineups. We'll have the opening tip for tonight's game, and you'll meet the Lady Indians. That's on the way next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
WattSmart is Rocky Mountain Power's energy efficiency program. WattSmart provides rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the home. Devices and appliances that use electricity in your home can usually be made more efficient, and that can save you money and energy. When you decide to make upgrades, we have rebates available for you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, wattsmarthomes.com. offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And we welcome you back in here to Preston Gym as the Indians get ready to take on the Lady Thunder from Pocatello. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. We're about a minute and a half away from the national anthem, as Preston will try to do something tonight, John, that nobody else has been able to do, and that's beat Pocatello on the year as they come in and 8-0 overall on the season. What are some of the things that the Lady Inns are going to have to be able to do? What are your keys to victory tonight?
Well, in order to beat the Pocatello Thunder tonight, these ladies are very, very talented, and they work well together, well coached. But the Indians are going to have to come out and play their game. I know we have a shot clock, but they're going to have to use up the time and play tight. They're going to have to keep, belly to belly to these girls, because they can shoot from inside, they can shoot outside, and they're going to work like we talked about earlier. They're going to work inside out. If you block the bigs underneath there, they're going to kick it out, and they've got some great shooters for outside. So we're going to have to face them up, and play against them and do the best we can. I hope we're totally surprised. We have the talent this year for the girls to be able to play a pretty good game. So I think it won't be a blowout like it was last year, but I think we'll be able to handle pretty good.
Well, we'll get to the game next. We have the Meet the Indians, the starting lineups, and the opening tip all coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
It's time to meet the Preston Lady Indians, brought to you by Webb Funeral Home in Preston.
Ellie Nelson, Senior, Franklin, Idaho.
Ella Marlowe, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Brightly Harris, Senior, Preston, Idaho. Adeline Romney, Senior, Preston, Idaho.
Taylor Wakely, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Macy Knapp, Junior, Preston, Idaho. Riley Knapp, Junior, Cub River, Idaho.
Dottie Keller, Junior, Riverdale, Idaho.
Carissa Whiteley, Junior, Preston, Idaho.
Mackley White, Sophomore, Preston, Idaho.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
All right, welcome back as they introduce the starters onto the floor. Starting tonight for the Indians is Taylor Wakely, the junior Dottie Keller, senior Ella Marlowe, senior Brightly Harris, and down low Ella Nelson, also a senior. Starting tonight for the Pocatello Lady Thunder, junior Abby Lusk, a great outside shooter that Coach User talked about. She's the X factor. Need to figure out how to slow her down. Avela Marshall, she is a senior. Starting tonight, Taylor Rogers, also a senior. The big girl in the middle, Kinsey Garza, a senior. Even though, like Coach said, she seems like she's been playing here for 10 years or so. She is a senior this year. And Sage Hagler, a senior, gets a start. So for Pocatello, they start 5 seniors across the board.
Yeah, and they're going to jump Lusk tonight, even over Garza, because Lusk is so athletic that she can get up and rebound and does a great job that way.
And she controls the tap as it's brought down. Marshall has it in the front court, set up for a 3 right away as Hagler's shot no good. They fight for it underneath, and they say it's going to be last touch by Lusk. It'll belong to the Indians. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. First possession for the Indians, full court pressure. It goes right through the hands of Keller. They take it away as down in the Preston end as trying to dive for it. They're going to say it was last touch by Rogers. It'll belong to the Indians. No, they changed their mind.
Yeah, Wakely went after it and tapped it out.
Lusk gets it in. As it comes into Rogers, he comes across the top of the key, now over onto the right side. Give it off. Garza way out away from the basket. She'll give it back down low. Tries to drive baseline as Rogers. She gets cut off down there in the paint. She gives it off. Lusk's shot, that's no good. As Brightly Harris was falling down, lost the ball, ends up in the hands of Garza for the easy layup.
Yeah, Marlowe has got to take her time getting the ball off. She was starting to fall down, but it was kind of a rough pass by Marlowe. Intercepted by Pocatello.
Preston has the ball, trying to figure out how to break this full court press. Part of what makes Pocatello so tough is they have such good athletes. Up in the front court as it comes to Keller, top of the key. Bounces it down low to Nelson. Lay it up and just spins out. Tough break there for Ellie. As here comes the Lady Thunder again back the other way. Get it ahead to Garza. Throws it up in the basket. Foul from behind by Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson really didn't have much of a choice. That would have been an easy layup for Kennison. And she had to push her out of bounds. Kind of almost intentional.
So here's Garza to the free throw line. She has meant so much to this team the last couple of years, and a big part of their success as the first free throw is no good. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Stokes Market. With the freshest meat and produce you'll find not only in Preston but throughout the Cache Valley. It's Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. As the second free throw is good, and Pocatello leads by a score of 3-0. Again, the full court pressure as it comes to Wakely. Up into the front court. Goes to Marlowe. Marlowe gives it off to Keller from the left corner. Bounces around a couple of times. There's a shot. And on the way out of bounds. And Nelson tries to save it but can't.
Yeah, we're still not getting that bounce off the rim. That shot's forced up so hard that's not getting the soft touch.
So 3-0 Pokey on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Marshall, lob it down low. Garza kind of pushes people out of her way. First shot, no. Second shot, yes.
Yeah, she gets her own rebounds. She skies up there and has at least a good 12, 13 inches above the others.
Yeah, I mean, she's 6'4", 6'5". She's taller than anybody else on the court.
Correct, even the officials.
So 5-0. Pocatello on top. All their points scored by Garza here so far. As again the four-court pressure. And it's knocked out of the way because it's picked up by Lusk. Lusk gives it down low. And the layup is up and in. Scored by Hagler. And Preston needs a timeout already. Not quite 2 minutes in. They lead 7-0 does the Pocatello Lady Thunder. As we'll take a timeout. The first quarter tonight brought to you by Cache Valley Bank here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
So Preston trailing 7-0 here early on as trying to figure out how to break that full court press. They're not even having success getting the ball up the floor right yet.
Right, and then when Pocatello does steal the ball, they're so comfortable at passing the ball in and getting that ball inside.
Keller in the right corner, out top to Harris. Harris bounce pass to Wakely, 2-pointer, or 3-pointer rather, no good. Rebound, that's no good, as there is Garza with good position to take the rebound away. As here comes Rogers up into the front court. Taylor Rogers looks down the left side, goes that way, right in front of the Preston bench as it comes to Hagler. Back to the top of the key, shot from there, that's no good. Tapped by Nelson, she's able to chase it down and give it to Wakely. Here comes Taylor up the floor, lobs it over onto the left side to skip pass down along the baseline. Comes to Mackley White, who hits her first shot tonight after just checking in for the Indians at the timeout.
And she's really good at when she gets that open set shot. She's really good. White is really good at putting that soft shot up.
Rogers on the left side. It comes to Marshall, holds it there. Back to Rogers, now back to Marshall. Skip pass comes to Hagler in the right corner. Good move, goes baseline, and about the 12-footer is good.
It's going to be tough for the Indians to stop that kind of ball movement tonight.
Hagler with a good shot from right along the baseline, and it's 9-2 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Preston's going to have to turn up their defense somehow and not foul. Wakely bounces along the baseline as it comes into the corner. There it comes to Keller. Keller down low, back to Nelson. That shot's no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up. She gets whacked from behind by Lusk, and now this time, Lusk will get called for the foul.
Yeah, she reached across the arm, hit the ball with her hand, but her arm, they hit arms together, so she didn't like it, but it happens.
Abby Lusk called for the foul, her first, team's second. As it comes in, Harris to White, back out top to Keller. She'll hold it there, tries to drive on Lusk, tries to spin on Lusk, can't, goes in the corner there to Wakely, finally gets control of it and brings it back out. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock after the foul, so plenty of time to find a shot. Harris to Nelson, back to White, driving all the way, scoop shot, won't go down for as there's Lusk with the rebound. Lusk will bring it up the floor, gets it up into the front court. She's just as tall as Garza is. Garza down low, gets another easy layup.
The Garza show.
Garza's got 7 of the 9 points. As again, here's Preston trying to break the press. This time Marshall right on the hip of Wakely. She comes across the timeline. Free throw line extended right to Harris. Comes around the screen set by Nelson. Harris going to launch a three. Needs a bounce. 2, 3, 4 times, and it goes in. Count the 3.
There's that soft shot we need. Bounces on the rim 4 times and rolls in.
It almost died on the rims how many times it bounced as they try to get it to Garza, and the pass is intercepted, and then a foul inside. Fouls.
Second one on Lusk.
So Lusk draws her second foul, and she'll head off over to the bench. Ball inbounds, baseline backcourt here for the Indians as they bounce it into Wakely. 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 1 as the ball's poked loose and ends up back here behind the scorer's table. Will stay with the Indians. First quarter brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, where your life, your needs, and your business all come first, with locations throughout Idaho and Utah. They're here to serve you. Cache Valley Bank. Here's Harris back up into the front court here for the Indians. Bounce it over on to the left side as it comes to Mackley White. White goes back left as it goes to Keller. Tries to get it down low as Garza got a hand on it, knocked it away from Nelson and then taken away. As they get it back up the floor, here comes Marshall. Marshall stops at the top of the key, give it to Garza, who's the trailer. Let the offense set up.
Pick and roll.
Back over here on the near side, Eddie Johnson just into the game in the left corner. This time looks at a 3. Just a hair short. Garza goes over the top to get a tap on the rebound, and then almost tried to take it away from Keller, and a held ball in the backcourt will go back to Pocatello.
It's a good thing they don't jump ball anymore on a held ball. That was Garza tied Dottie right up.
Macy Knapp comes in for the first time as Nelson goes to the bench. Also, Carissa Whiteley into the game as Mackley White has a seat. Three-pointer by Garza from straight away. It won't go down as it's Keller with the rebound. Has to dribble behind her back to get out of pressure. Now she'll give it back to Harris, who now walked the ball up toward the timeline with 1:50 to play here in the first quarter. Whiteley, top of the key, give it back to Wakely. Bounce it to Harris on the right side. Now down into the corner. Now back to Harris. Looks at another three. That's no good as the rebound bounce just grazes off the rim as it comes to Hangler. Back up in the front court. Rogers has it. Inside Garza. Posts up in the paint. And a whistle before the shot. And a foul on the Indians as it's going to go on Harris. That's a holding foul, her first.
I kind of thought there was a little travel there on Garza before the foul there, though, but we'll let the officials see what they see.
So they lob it in as it comes in deep and then poked away by Harris, and it goes out of bounds. So the ball will still belong to the Thunder right in front of the Preston bench as Hagler will bring it in. Gets it into the backcourt to Rogers with Harris right on her. Drives right down the middle, all the way, and travel. Yeah, good call. She wanted to stop, and then her momentum kept her moving forward before she could throw the pass.
Right, and it was good defense by Brightly there, too, to stop her coming down the middle.
11-5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The Indians trail here in the first quarter with 1:24 to play. Harris has it in the backcourt for the Indians. As again, there's Rogers just harassing her the whole way up the floor. Now finally comes around Rogers. Will hand it to Whiteley. Whiteley driving, sees Garza in her vision, so she'll kick it back out to Harris. Harris bounces it inside. Knapp goes up, no good. Garza grabs the rebound and a foul on Knapp.
Yeah, reach in over the top.
Third team foul on the Indians, first one on Macy tonight. And with exactly a minute to play in the quarter, here comes Pocatello. They lead by 6. In the corner, left corner goes to Marshall. She gets double teamed as she gets down to the block. Back outside to Johnson. Johnson will give it back. Now Garza, now back to Johnson again, who runs into Brightly Harris. But she ran right into Brightly, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Brightly.
Yeah, she drove into Brightly on that one. I'm kind of surprised, Jared.
You could duck your head and run right into somebody's chest, and they get a blocking foul.
Yeah.
So Brightly's got 2 here in the first quarter. Down low, Johnson, scoop shot, count it. Johnson gets it to go. Foul on the Indians. As the foul is going to go against Carissa Whiteley, and that'll be her first. And that's going to get Taylor Wakely back off the bench as Brightly Harris is going to go to the bench before she picks up a third foul here before the quarter's over. Johnson, first shot, is no good. As picked up, here come the Indians back up the floor. 13-5 as Johnson not able to complete the three-point play. 30 seconds to play here in the quarter. Game clock is 3 seconds ahead of the shot clock. Whiteley, her jumpers, that's no good. Johnson's got that rebound, and here she comes in a hurry. She slows down as she comes across the timeline with 17 seconds left in the quarter. Goes down into the corner. Now back out top again to Johnson. Back to Marshall. Looks at a 3. Long bounce on the deflection. That's no good. Try to get it down low to Garza. She gets tied up, and now the ball taken away by Whiteley, and that's the way the quarter will end. Good defense by the Indians, able to keep Garza from going up there in the closing seconds of the quarter. So 13-5 at the end of 1. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back as we'll go to the second quarter right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston in Sports on KACH.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. And showing this weekend at the Worm Creek Theater, it's the Disney Moana 2 as in its third week there at the theater. Check out their website at wormcreek.org for showtimes and tickets. As we go to the second quarter, 13-5, Preston trailing. And a whistle and a held ball. That one will stay with the Indians. No, it won't. It'll go back the other way because they didn't change the arrow on the scoreboard. You ever get that feeling you're saying something you know it's wrong? Yeah. 13-5 as Preston trails here in the second. Marshall looks inside. Nelson fronting Garza, doing it well as it goes in the corner to Hagler. Back out top. Skip pass over onto the left side as it comes back to Marshall. She tries to drive baseline. Throws it along the baseline as it comes back out. Now back to the top of the key to Rogers. Marshall, a three. Good.
Nice shot by Marshall.
She gets her first points of the game. And it's now 16-5, and down low, a whistle on the drive.
Yeah, the Indians are going right to the basket. Good job tonight. You know, I expected that to be a little bit further deficit going into at the end of the first quarter. They're doing a good job.
Foul went on Marshall, her first. The shot by the Indians is no good. And here comes Rogers again back the other way. On the left side to Marshall. Got it down low to Garza, who couldn't make the layup. Now she tries to tie up the ball. They finally get it out of there as it comes to Nelson. Now to Keller up into the front court. Keller will give it back to Wakely. Wakely looks to drive, gets cut off. She'll give it back to Keller now, who wants to go down the left side. Shoots over the top of Garza. No good. Nelson with the rebound. Yes, on the putback.
Good follow through for Nelson to hit that rebound and grab it and put it right back up.
Ellie, who leads the team in scoring, she averages just over 8.5 points a game. As down low, it's going to be a blocking foul here on Taylor Wakely. That's going to be her first, and first against the Indians here in the quarter, as Tessa Hargraves comes in for the first time, as it'll be Marshall to leave and go to the bench. This is a very senior roster for Pocatello, as
White.
White called for the foul. That wasn't a foul last night. Not that I'm saying.
Different officials.
Mackley draws the foul, her first, team second. They lob it in as it comes to Garza out above the free throw line. She'll shoot from 17. No good. Long bounce comes to Nelson. Give it to Keller. Keller drops to drive. 1-on-2. A little Euro step into the paint. No good. There's Johnson with the rebound as Preston not able to get any points on the break. Coming back the other way, Rogers takes it all the way into the right corner. Gets trapped there. Bounce it down on the blocks as it comes to Garza. Turns right. Can't get a shot. Now she'll scoop it. Flip it up from underhand. That was no good as the rebound is off to Whiteley. And they finally get it to Wakely now as they'll get it back up in the front court. 16-7. Preston trailing here in the second quarter. Back outside. White for three. That's way long. And it'll go out of bounds. Second quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Yardmaster. They give you the yard of your dreams. Call for a free quote at 435-755-6827. (16-7). Preston, who offensively got off to a very slow start, but they've been able to try to maybe keep Pocatello's point production down just a little bit. As I say that, Rogers banks one in from about 6 feet away, and then the inbound pass on the press is knocked out of bounds by Hagler. So again, it'll belong to the Indians in the backcourt. Full court pressure. In fact, they got all 5 of their team to do the Thunder in the backcourt as the ball's brought in. As it comes to Keller. Wants to drive. Kick it off in the left corner. Back to Whiteley. Now back now over to White on the right side. That's no good. As her shot from 3. As again, here comes Pocatello on the run. DePool. That's no good. Rebound down low. Putback is in. As the points will go to Hargrove. As she has her first 2 points, and then quickly, Coach Moser wants a timeout. 4:44 left, 20-7 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Preston trails. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Well, John, the Indians not doing so well, down by 13 here early on.
Yeah, the inside play and plus the aggressiveness of Pocatello is real rough on the Indians. They weren't expecting that, I don't think. I think they were expecting them to kind of play it outside a little bit, but they're pushing to the basket the whole time.
Tonight's game brought to you by Flying S Thailand Escrow. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving its customers for over 119 years. That's Flying S Thailand Escrow. They're right here in Preston. 4:44 left here in the first half. 20-7 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as the Preston Indians trail by 13. As they get it up in the front court. White gets cut off, tries to go baseline, has to kick it back to Nelson, now back to White. White again, back to the top of the key, goes back in the left corner and travel. As they got it to Keller, and she moved the pivot foot before she took off.
Yeah, she kind of dragged it a little bit.
So Preston will drop back, set up the defense. They'll wait for the ball to come back to the midcourt stripe, and Kaylee Rogers does exactly that. Rogers comes back over here on the left side. Sage Hagler back into the game. Back out top. As it comes to Poole, three-pointer from the outside, put up there by Rogers. That's no good. Long rebound comes into the corner as Keller is forced out of bounds by the tough defense in the backcourt.
Yeah, double-teamed her coming down the sideline. And it's hard to get out of there when you can't look up because you're watching your dribble.
Well, here's the thing, and I'll tell you something here in just a second. Comes to Garza at the right block. Garza gives it to Rogers, lay it up and in. Officials have already shown that they're going to call a blocking foul if you run right straight into somebody.
Right.
Don't try to tippy-toe up the sideline. Run right into somebody and see if you can go draw the foul. As a nice little runner along the baseline by Dottie Keller for her first 2 points of the game, and it's 22-9. Get it back to Garza at the free throw line. Spin, throw it into the right corner. That is Hagler for another three. That's no good. The long rebound comes back to Garza again. Garza puts the ball on the floor, takes it back down to the block, then can't do anything with it. Put it up. That's no good. Gets her own rebound. That's too strong as it goes over the top of the hoop. Pulled down by Rogers. A three from the right side is good again.
Yeah, it's hard to defend that length inside the middle there.
Count the basket. The three-pointer is good, and a foul.
An offensive foul underneath, away from the ball.
So they called that foul on Garza. That would be her first. But the three-pointer counted. I believe they counted, so the foul came after the basket.
Well,
so the three-pointer counts. They put it up on the scoreboard. It makes it 25-9. So Rogers has the second three-pointer here of the quarter. As Wakely brings it back up into the front court. 3:05 to play here in the second. Bounce it to Nelson. Free throw line extended right. She holds it there as Garza comes out on her. Back to White. Throws it over to Keller in the left corner. It's to Whiteley. Whiteley gives it back outside to White. Back down to Nelson in the block as Garza reaches around her and pokes that pass away as it makes its way in.
Yeah, I think White gave up a very good shot, that three-point shot. She had a good look at the basket but decided to dish it off.
8 seconds left on the shot clock. See if the Indians recognize it. As the lob pass comes into Nelson, Garza goes completely over the top and takes the ball away. As it comes to Rogers, try to get it ahead off the hands of a number 10 that we don't have.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait, we got a 10-32 down here. It's Treylana Hargraves. So there's two Hargraves. There's Tessa and Trela.
So Preston now trailing by 16 at 25-9 as we pass over 2.5 remaining here in the second quarter. Keller double team to the free throw line. Back to Nelson, driving from the left side and lays it in.
Yeah, Nelson did a great job on a give and go there. She went right for the basket, had a great lane.
Ellie's got 4 inside out, comes back out. Rogers for another 3, no good. As the rebound fighting for it inside is Marlowe, able to finally get her balance back, get it back. Wakely driving, coming across to make the block is Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall did a great defensive job there. Timed that jump over on the block to block it out of bounds.
1:54 left. Oakley Hernish into the game. As ball comes in, Whiteley has it in the left corner. Looks out top where Nelson stands. Nelson gives it back to Wakely. Comes around the double pick, looking down the left side, pick and roll to Nelson in the paint over Garza. That's too strong as the rebound comes down again to Rogers. She'll push it back up into the front court. Rogers now all the way down into the corner. Get it back to Garza. She makes her way down along the right side of the lane. We'll give it back outside in the three-point area, back to Rogers again. This time she'll lob it into Garza down on the right block. Turns in the paint. Jumper short, but a foul.
Ellen Nelson's going to be called on that one. A push on the shot.
That's going to go against Nelson. That'll be her second, team's third here in the quarter. And Garza's going to go back to the free throw line here with 1:21 to play here in quarter number 2. Tonight's game brought to you by WattsmartHomes.com. It's a program to provide rebates to residential customers for energy efficiency upgrades made around the house. Find out how you can save by logging on to WattsmartHomes.com today. As Garza's second one is no good. She made one of the 2. She has 8 points here in the first half. As the Indians get it back up the floor. Comes to Knapp. Lob it inside to Keller. Gets away from Garza. Puts it up, and she's fouled going up.
Well, that's on 3. It's on Marshall.
Marshall draws her second. That's 3 on each team now here in the second quarter. As Keller will go to the free throw line.
They're saying that's Marshall's third.
Really? I only had her for 2, but if they say it's 3, we'll say it's 3 as she comes out. First free throw by Keller was good. Here comes the second. That one's no good as the long bounce comes off, taken there by the Thunder. They get it to Rogers. Back up into the front court. On the right side, it goes there to Hirish as pass deflected, but it finds its way to Rogers anyway. Now to Johnson. Free throw line extended right. Back over on the left side. It comes to Rogers. Now back out top to Johnson again. Garza at the left elbow. Lob it inside. Shot put up there by Hargraves is no good. Ball still loose. They chase it into the corner, and it'll be Preston's ball. You sound a little skeptical.
Yeah, I thought Wakely got the end of that.
26-12, Preston trails on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 2. As Taylor walks the ball up into the front court. Get it over to Whiteley, squirts through her hand. She has to go back and get it. And then Garza just waiting for that telegraph pass from Knapp, able to pick it off. Get it back to Rogers, drives the floor, just flings it over her shoulders. It goes off the glass. Back to the Indians have as it comes back to Nelson with 9 seconds left in the quarter. Ellie into the front court, back to Wakely. Back down low to Knapp, high off the glass. Her bank shot is no good. Taken there by Johnson. She'll drive it back up the floor, but the time will expire before she can get a shot. As we have reached the halftime break, 26-12, Pocatello on top on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We invite you to stay tuned. The Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report comes up right after this timeout on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cash back for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
All right, welcome back. We are at halftime. This is the Puppy Steps halftime report as Preston trails here at halftime by a score of 26-12. Hey, a bunch of the boy athletes are out performing some sort of a routine here at the halftime break as Kason Bryce does a flip off the top. Anyway, let's talk about the first half, John. As Preston had a hard time holding on to Pocatello as the Thunder scored 13 points in each of the first two quarters.
Well, we're not going to stop their inside play, but, the officials are calling some pretty tight fouls underneath, so we're getting into foul trouble. So it's pretty tough inside. Yeah, it's Pocatello. I mean,
yeah, and Abby Lusk did not have any points in the first half. She had a couple of fouls early on and came out and didn't play at all in the second quarter. So the outside force they've been relying on is Taylor Rogers, who had 7 in the first half.
Right, and because they're double teaming Kennison Garza down low, and so that's leaving someone to drive into the basket. So that's where they're getting a lot of their points, is off the drive and dish and pick and rolls and different things like that. The coach has got them doing some really good things.
Ellie Nelson down low for the Indians. Got several shots off down low. She had 4 points in the first half to lead the Indians, but still, that was tough even to get that.
Well, even the shots that we are getting in underneath, in close, we're still missing. Yeah, we're having a hard time getting off the glass. However, I think we're doing a great job rebounding. We're getting the ball down, but then we're making errant passes. So,
right.
Turning the ball over is a big key.
This is the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report, the ultimate puppy board and training experience in Rotterdam, Utah, but also in Idaho. For more information, check out their website, puppystepstraining.com. We'll check the first half stats right after this.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm, and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. Our experts self-perform all phases of construction on new or existing structures, such as site excavation, access road creation, concrete foundations, welding, and the installation and maintenance of piping, tanks, metal buildings, and more. Our turnkey services will have your facility operational quickly and safely. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
All right, let's take a look at the halftime stats. Stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today at 208-852-2364. For Pocatello in the first half, Abby Lusk got a couple of fouls early, did not score, and sat out the entire second quarter. Also, it was Avery Marshall who had 3 in the first half. Taylor Rogers had 7. Kinsey and Garza had 8. Tesla Hargraves had 2. Sage Hagler had 4 for their total of 26. For the Indians, Mackley White had 2. Dottie Keller had 2. Brightly Harris with 3. And Ellie Nelson had 4 in the first half. Nelson has 2 fouls. Harris has 2 fouls for the Indians. And Abby Lusk with 2 fouls for the Thunder, and Avila Marshall had 3 in the first half. So those are the folks in foul trouble for as we go to the second half. Second half comes up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
All right, we go the third quarter. Preston will have the ball to start the third. They trail by 14 at 26-12 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. And quarter number 3 tonight brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop in and see them at 17 South State Street in Preston. So Harris comes over on the left side to Wakely, now back out top to Harris. They really start to expand that defense out a little bit more, too, just to harass the ball wherever it goes. To Harris on the right side. She dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. As the top of the zone started to come out, Garza also went out farther and trapped the ball along the sideline.
Right. She's not afraid to come outside the key, that's for sure.
Lusk back in there to start the third quarter after playing maybe 4 minutes in the first half. She hands the ball to Rogers, drives, gets cut off, kicks it outside to Garza. Drives up to the right elbow, stops there, flips it down low to Lusk on the block, goes up and in.
Yeah, that's just a good move by Lusk underneath to go up underneath the arms of Taylor Wakely.
28-13, or 12 I should say, 28-12. Pocatello on top, Wakely has it, tries to lob it inside, Lusk pokes it away. Taken there, picked up there by Marshall. Quickly up the floor. Lusk reverse layup. No. Nelson with the rebound. And here comes the Preston Indians again running back the other way. Wakely gets it ahead. Down low to Harris. Rushes the shot. High off the glass and a foul on the rebound against the Indians.
That's going to be on Marlowe.
Ella Marlowe draws her first of the second half for either team. And the ball will be brought in. Baseline backcourt by Lusk. For the first time, Preston shows a little bit of pressure in the backcourt, but they break it fairly easily. They get it up to Garza, looks at a three, air ball, taken there by Keller, who tries to get it to Marlowe, but throws it too far out in front of her and out of bounds.
Yeah, they've got to control the ball a little bit, quit forcing it down the court. Use a little bit of judgment.
It's about a minute and a half gone here in quarter number 3. 28-16 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as it comes into Rogers. Harris meets her at the timeline in the front court. Marshall, free throw line extended left, back down low. Garza gets it to Lusk, bumps into the defender once, goes back up, and she's fouled.
Yeah, Wakely, that's, the officials right there. He had a better angle than I did, but I thought Wakely had all ball.
Called the foul on Marlowe. It's her second.
Oh, really?
So Ella draws the foul. Lusk the free throw line. The first one's good. And Franklin County Medical Center helps bring you tonight's game. Remember, you'll have the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. Lusk makes the first. She makes the second as well. 30-12. As Lusk with 4 quick points here in the second half after not scoring at all in the first. Wakely on the angle right, back to the top of the key. Flips it back over on the right side to Marlowe. She comes out, now gets it to Harris, top of the key. Harris looks, tries to throw it to Wakely. The pass is deflected and picked off. Here come the Thunder 2-on-0 as they miss the layup. Marshall was just kind of looking around as to checking for people taking her picture, and she missed the layup.
Yeah, they had a 3-on-1 break that time and just couldn't quite lean into the basket.
We go under 6 minutes to play here in the third. Marshall, I should say, gets down low. Marlowe tries to go up and is fouled as Harris got the ball down low to her. As the foul's going to go on Garza. That's going to be her second. Ella Marlowe goes to the line now for the Indians. She will shoot 2. Ella looking for her first points of the game tonight. And the first free throw is no good. Tonight's game brought to you by Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining their team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. That's REDI. Marlowe's second free throw. That one, too, rattles out, and Garza has that rebound as she rolls it outside to Hagler because she couldn't get it out there. In the right corner, three-pointer from there.
No defense.
Marshall's got another 3, and she has 6 in the game, and a timeout called by the Indians. 33-12 on the Flying S Timeline Escrow scoreboard. Timeout by the Indians as they trail by 21 here in quarter number 3. This timeout brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. You see the score, 33-12, for those watching on My Local Radio tonight. We have another game coming up for tomorrow night. The boys are back on the floor here in Preston Gym as they'll play host to the Blackfoot Broncos tomorrow night. Tip off at 7:30. We'll have it for you on KACH and on My Local Radio. As the pass is picked off, quickly up the floor. Here comes Lusk, lay it up and in. They just lay back and wait for you to throw those passes.
Yeah, they can see where you're going.
They play a better zone defense than the football team does. White in the front court. As down low, they get it to Keller. Keller missed the layup. Again, taken away as they taken away by Marshall. Quickly back up to the floor. Rogers looks at a 3. Good again.
They're shooting the lights out. They're doing a good job. You can tell why they're ranked number 1.
Trying to get to a big enough lead to where they can get Garza off the floor. White drawing the drive. Mackley with the layup in the hoop.
Yeah, she was strong enough to go all the way to the basket that time.
Foul's going to go on Taylor Rogers. That'll be her first. Team second here in the quarter. And Mackley White will go to the free throw line. White, who averages 4 points a game, now has 4. Has tried to complete the three-point play but misses the free throw as Lusk has the rebound. 4.5 to play here in quarter number 3. Preston trailing 38-14. Back out top, Rogers looks down the right side of the key, goes back out to the top again. There's Marshall for another 3. Good again.
Sharp shooter.
They just shoot the lights out. And a timeout.
Yeah, they're running away with this, Pocatello. They're just relaxed making the shots.
They're just a good team. They have height. They have strength. When they got 2 girls that are 6'5" and better, as Lusk and Garza are, it's like, a small team trying to play against the Twin Towers. Hagler down low. That's no good. As Knapp has the rebound there. As it's picking up quickly up the floor. Ahead it comes to Harris. Harris down low to Whiteley. Dropped the ball, can't get a shot, tries to force it down low, picked up there, that's no good. As Lusk able to pull the rebound down and quickly again back up the floor. Look out, as Keller comes over to try to intercept the pass on its way to Marshall and knocks them both down. They're going to just call the ball out of bounds off of Keller's hands. It'll stay with Pocatello. Lusk Gets it in as it comes into Rogers, almost taken away by Harris. But Rogers able to get it back, comes around the screen, set by Lusk. Chase it all the way down low. We'll flip it inside, and the ball intercepted there by Knapp, as it'll be a held ball, but it's going to stay with Pocatello. As they get it in baseline, it comes all the way into Rogers. They throw it over her head, but she can chase it into the backcourt legally, and she's able to go back and get it. Back up into the front court. From the right corner, three-pointer again by Hagler is good. They just shoot, then shoot, and shoot, and they keep making them.
30-point lead. We're about to the point where it's an automatic clock. Running clock.
44-14. Yeah, we'll be in about 3 minutes when we get to the fourth quarter. As it comes back to Wakely, looks at a three, she hits that.
There we go. We finally pay back.
Taylor has her first points in the last 6.5 quarters, and it's 44-17. Here comes Rogers again down the middle, left-hand layup. That's no good. Goes to Garza. She picks it out of midair and puts it back in. Garza's got double digits tonight as she has 10. 46-17 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Harris driving all the way, leaves it off on the right side to Keller. She gets stripped on the way, but nope, they're going to say that she just dropped it out of bounds. So the ball will come back over to Pocatello again. 2.5 to play as they call the foul on Keller for coming up and intercepting the pass. As Pocatello does that often, and that's what Ben User comes over to tell the officials. They do that all the time. Come up, get a hand on the ball, make contact with my players. We do it one time and you call a foul. As this time it comes into Lusk, gets it into the front court, stops at the free throw line, give it to Garza. Back down low to Lusk at the right block. Back outside in the corner, another three-pointer. Good again.
My goodness.
Marshall's got another one. She's got a dozen in the game, and it's 49-17.
And I believe those are all three-pointers, too.
Yeah, they're going crazy here. They've got 23 points here in the quarter with 2 minutes to play. Harris looks at a three. Needs a bank, won't get it. The long rebound comes off as Harris runs into Marshall, takes the ball away, give it back to Wakely. Wakely trying to fight her way for room, gets it down low as Knapp rolls over with the ball, brings Garza over the top with her, as that should be a held ball and go back to the Indians. As it will.
Well, they called a foul on Garza.
Wow. Okay. That's Garza's third. I know they said second, but they put three on the board, and I had her with two also. So Garza's now going to come out, and I think she's probably seen the last of the court for the night. Wakely comes in. Keller driving, stripped on the way up. As again, Preston bench are yelling for a foul as it comes back again to Wakely. Wakely will go back to Knapp at the right elbow. She has it knocked away. As the ball comes loose, it comes back to Whiteley in the corner with Lusk on her. Bounce it back down low to Knapp. Her shot's too strong. Johnson has the rebound. And as they get it back to Marshall, they come back up the floor. 1:15 to play here in the quarter. Johnson pulls the ball back out, lob it to Lusk, kick it all the way back over. Now back down on the block again. Little jumper there by Hargraves is no good. Comes back outside, top of the key. Marshall doesn't shoot the three this time. Drives, gets it down low. Nice pass to Hargraves. Missed another layup, but she made the third one. 51-17 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Less than a minute to play in the third. Wakely tries to direct traffic. Comes to Knapp, free throw line extended left, holding as Whiteley cutting, gets the ball, gives it off in the corner, back to Keller, reverse layup, that's no good. As the rebound comes off, taken by Hagler again, gets it back to Lusk. 29 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Pocatello can work for the last shot. Yeah, right. As they kick it back outside again, Johnson on the run, spins in, comes out. Rebounds off to Keller for the Indians, and she'll push back up in the front court with 13 seconds left in the quarter. Tries to go around Lusk, Lusk jumps back out in front of her and then holds her. She bodied up to her 2 or 3 different times, and they finally called the last one. That's going to be 3 on her. Actually, I take it back. It's 4 on her. So Hurish comes back onto the floor. Lusk will leave, and I doubt she'll be back here in the game at all. As it comes into White, her 3-pointer is an air ball, and that's going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds left in the clock. And Preston down 51-17 on the the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Quickly into the front half as Hagler lets it go a long 3, and that's no good. So we're done with 3. 51-17 as Preston really got run out of the gym there in that quarter. We'll come back. We'll go to the 4th coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, we go to quarter number 4 with Pocatello leading handily 51-17, which should be a running clock here in the 4th quarter with Pocatello leading by 34. White takes it down to the right corner, back outside to Harris. Swing it back on the left side to Keller. Back out top to Harris again. Wants to drive. Gets cut off there by Rogers. Skip pass back to Keller. Driving, shoots over the top of Lusk, who's back into the game. As that shot is no good, batted around, it comes back to Rogers. Kind of surprised they put Abby Lusk back into the game.
Yeah, well, I think they wanted some height in there because between her and Garza, they kind of controlled the center.
3-pointer from the outside is no good. Tapped around inside. Lusk dives for the rebound, gets it, gives it off to Rogers, who takes it into the right corner, now brings it back out to Johnson. Across the top of the key, double team, knocked away but not controlled by the Indians. Comes back to Lusk on the right side, into the paint, throw it up at the basket and in. Lusk has got 8 in the game, 53-17. As, again, taken away by Rogers. Now they go ahead, they get it to Johnson all the way, lay it up and in.
Yep, come right up over the top. You know, you have to appreciate Pocatello's hustle. They've really out-hustled us tonight.
Harris to White. Now back over here on the left side. It comes back to Keller. Try to reach it inside to get it to Nelson. Foul called. As Wakely will come back in here for the Indians. They stop the clock. To White in the corner. Mackley's 3-pointer. That's no good as they fumble it out of bounds. And again, it stays with the Indians. Now they start it again. Somebody yelled at him to start the clock. Comes into Harris. Left side. Turns. Gets double teamed. Give it back to Nelson. Tries to shoot over Lusk as Lusk got a piece of it. And it went out of bounds. It'll stay with Preston. 55-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. The 2 state champions that Preston has had to play on their schedule have certainly dominated them. Bear Lake and now here tonight against Pocatello. As Wakely gives it off on the right side to Harris. Back down low to Nelson, double team, can't get a shot. Mackley White tries to go back up, and Lusk just knocks the ball away from her as she tries to go up. As Pocatello comes back up the floor, back outside to Lust, looks at a three, good.
How do you stop that, Dan? You just don't.
Look, if you're the coach of Pocatello, you stop it by taking them off the floor. You're leading by 41 points. Here comes Wakely, back to Harris. Runs through the screen, does Rogers. Harris throws it off the shins of Marlowe and out of bounds.
Yeah,
timeout.
We're totally playing out of our realm tonight.
Timeout taken by the Indians as the fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky. We're back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and Logan, now part of the Mountain West Auto Group, and by Elisa Benson. When you need a trusted real estate advisor when it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, call Elisa Benson at North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. 4:50 to play. Pocatello on top, 58-17. Preston can look forward to their last game before the holiday break. That'll be next Tuesday night as they'll go back up to Idaho Falls as they'll face the Hillcrest Lady Spartans again on Tuesday. We'll have it for you here on mylocalradio.com and on KACH Radio. Bounce the ball down low. Lusk all the way. Little hook shot into paint, no good. Put back, that's no good by Hirashi. Gets the rebound back and puts it in this time.
And gets the roll.
Oakley Hirashi with her first 2 points of the game. It's a 40-point advantage here for the Lady Thunder. 60-17. As the three-pointer, that's no good. Lusk has the rebound. Hirashi collects it, gives it back to Lusk in the backcourt. 4 minutes to play here in the contest. Goes into the left corner. There's Johnson. Get it back out. Comes back to Rogers. Rogers wants to drive. Hands it off. Little weave with Marshall. Marshall at the top of the key. And tries to dribble through a crowd and gets fouled. As the foul's going to go on Harris as they'll call the hold. Her third, team second of the quarter. As that's going to get Dottie Keller back in as Ellie Marlowe will come back to the bench. Poole to bring it in for Pocatello. Baseline front court in the right corner. Here comes to Lusk back out to the top of the key. Bounce it inside. Now over into the left corner as Poole has it there after throwing the inbounds pass. Back to Lusk as she tries to back out. Now get it back down inside. Hirashi, little hook shot is in.
What do you say, Dan? I'm out of words. There's no answer for the Indians.
White has it in the right corner, comes back to Harris, looks at a three, no good. Rebound is off. Lusk with good position, able to fight off Nelson for another rebound. As, again, here comes Marshall back up the floor, driving all the way, lay it up and in. Marshall's got 14. 64-17 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Wakely looks at a three. That's no good. Long rebound is going to come back in the left quarter to Keller. She throws the ball across court. Back to White. Three-pointer from there from Mackley is good. Mackley's got
two-pointer.
They call it a two? Okay. Yeah. So Mackley with 8 points in the game. As back down low, Hirashi into the right corner. Back out to the elbow again, Hirashi. Tries to drive, loses her balance, kicks it off in the corner again where Lusk was standing. Get it back down low. Ball deflects off a set of hands. Now picked up again by Mackley White. Drives all the way. Nice little Euro step. He can't get the shot to go down. 1:50 to play. As again, here comes Marshall back up into the front court. 64-19. It's been all Pocatello since the start. As Poole looks at a three of her own. That's no good. Rebound tapped around. Comes back down low as Hargraves has that for her first 2 points.
Yeah, the Indians are just outmatched right now tonight, and they're sitting there scratching their heads trying to decide what can we do.
Wakely looks at a three. That's no good. Bounces hard off the backboard and taken down there. Pulled down by Poole. Hang up into the front court. It comes with 1:10 to play. As timeout Pocatello. Welcome to overcoaching in high school basketball. 66-19, and Pocatello wants a timeout. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
.109 to play. Ball belongs to the Thunder after the timeout. As they get it back in the backcourt, taken there by Marshall.
And they pulled Lusk out, so she's gone for the night.
Marshall spinning, top of the key. Throws it back over to Poole. Free throw line extended left, comes around the screen. Wakely pops out on her. Shot clock down to 13. They throw the ball out of bounds. Now they go back to Preston with 45 seconds left when they get the ball in bounds. So back up the floor. Keller fouled on a drive to the basket. It almost looked more like she ran 3 or 4 steps first.
Yeah.
But Keller's going to go to the line. The clock basically will run out while she's standing at the free throw line with the running clock going on. As the first one is no good. 66-19 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As tonight's game brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental with offices in Preston and in Grace. They'll give this smile that you're proud of as Keller makes the free throw. She has 3 points in the game, and it's 66-20. And that's pretty much the way the game's going to end. 3-pointer by Poole at the buzzer. That's no good. Ball tapped, goes out of bounds, but there is the final buzzer.
Thank goodness.
66-20, the final, as the Pocatello Lady Thunder improved to 9-0 on the year. Preston's now lost 3 in a row, and they're 4-4 overall on the season. Stay with us. The postgame show coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center, for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Well, welcome back here to Preston Gym as you get a look at the final score for those watching tonight on mylocalradio.com as Pocatello wins it by the final score of 66-20. Yeah, that is correct. 66-20 as they won it going away. They scored 13 or more in every quarter, including 25 in the third, to really break the game open as they controlled the game right from the opening tip and all the way through.
Yeah, that's it. When there's ugly and then there's ugly. And tonight we were just ugly. We couldn't hit anything inside or out. We took a number of three-point shots in the fourth quarter, but still couldn't capitalize anything, and they put the dagger in the third quarter with three three-pointers by, I believe, Hershey or Harris?
I think it was Marshall.
Yeah, and plus there were big play, the inside play with Garza and Lusk. We just didn't have an answer for him tonight. No. And the harder we tried, the worse we got. The more turnovers we made, so we just couldn't get into our game. Ben couldn't get them to that credit Pocatello with their defense, but they just had the answer tonight for everything we tried to do.
Lusk didn't play that much in the first half. She sat out the whole second quarter. So when they went in and played the whole third quarter together, that's when they really showed their dominance size-wise and broke things open.
Right, and they're a good combo. There's a reason they're ranked number one in the state, but I think they're not going to cruise. They're going to run into some other teams, but they've got a good program to go all the way this year.
So with the loss, Preston now 4-4 on the year. They've lost 3 straight. Pocatello goes to 9-0 as they win it tonight, 66-20. This is the Ralph's Construction postgame show, building fine custom homes throughout the area. For more information, call 435 232-1837. We'll check the final stat sheet next, coming up here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball. If your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
Hi, I am Dr. Chelsea Morrison, the Primary Care Medical Director at Franklin County Medical Center. I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things you should do each year is see your doctor. A yearly checkup is a small way to prevent large health problems from happening. It is also an opportunity to get support for you and your family's health goals. Everyone, young or old, should have an annual wellness check, and chances are your insurance plan will cover it. Call to schedule your annual wellness checkup today.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
All right, look at the final stats from tonight's game is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364 or stop by their office at 33 South 1st East here in Preston. All right, final numbers tonight. First for the Pocatello Thunder was Adri Johnson, who finished with 4. Abby Lusk had 11 in the game. It was 14 for Avila Marshall. Oakley Hirashi finished with 4. Taylor Rogers had 10 in the game. Kenzie and Garza also had 10. 4 points tonight for Tricia Hargraves, and Sage Hankler finished with 7 in the game. For the Preston Indians, Mackley White had 8. It was no points tonight for Macy Knapp. Taylor Wakely had 3 points tonight for Dottie Keller. Ella Marlowe did not score. Brightly Harris finished with 3 and 4 points for Ellie Nelson for their total of 20 in the game. 66-20 the final. We'll come back, get a final thought or two from John right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
You understand the importance of maintenance for your car, like a yearly tune-up. So it makes sense to give your body an annual health tune-up too by scheduling a yearly wellness visit at Franklin County Medical Center in Preston. Our physicians help with preventative care and can spot health issues before they become serious. And there's a good chance your health insurance will cover the cost. Why wait? Schedule your family's wellness visits today.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, 66-20 tonight. John, we get a final thought or two from you before we say goodnight.
Yeah, the thing Coach Huser's going to have a hard time getting over is two things. One, how do you pick the girls up after a defeat like this? And two, what can we do because we're going to have to play them again at Pocatello. And so, and that's probably the second of 3 matches, or at least 3 matches coming up. So it's tough, a tough night for the Indians. But I think that Coach Huser will have them forget about tonight. You're going to have to put it behind you and go out and just do the best you can and work hard, but mainly the telegraph passes have got to stop. Mm-hmm. The turnover, that counted for a lot of the turnovers. Don't rush the ball. Take your time. Let the clock run down. We know we have a 30-second clock, but a shot clock, but they can work around that. There's plenty of time to work around it. Don't rush it. They hustled. However, Pocatello did out-hustle us tonight by far, cutting off passes and different things. But, yeah, it's just one of those nights you're going to have to get over.
In our pregame interview with Coach Huser, he talked about the team still being a little hungover with the loss to Addie Romney. Certainly this is not going to help. No, and that just goes to show that she was a key player and is a key player. But, they're going to have to step it up. Someone's going to have to come up and figure out a way to take care of the ball.
Take care of the ball, exactly. And, they're still fun to watch. We have some great players. Dottie, I thought, did a great job. So did Ellie Nelson, did a great job tonight. Brightly was off her game. She didn't get very many points or couldn't shoot well tonight. Mm-hmm. But those are things that can change and they can work on and get better. And I think Mackley White is an outstanding player.
Right.
She just couldn't. She had a couple of good shots in there, but she's just got to be able to square up and put the ball in the hoop like she can.
Right.
She's a good asset to the thing, and I think she'll fill in for Addie. Once she gets her confidence, she's underclassmen.
Right.
And she'll do a great job for the Indians.
Well, we will have you here with us again tomorrow night as the boys will be back here on the floor. We'll talk to you then.
All right. Good to be with you, Dan.
Good to be with you.
I'm excited for tomorrow night's game.
That's right. Talking about tomorrow night's game, the boys will be back here on the floor. They'll play host to the Blackfoot Broncos. We'll have it for you here on mylocalradio.com and on KACH Radio, starting with the pregame show at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Tip-off slated for 7:30. And we remind you to stay tuned as we'll have the West Side game from the Pro Image Sports Tournament going on in Boise, as that'll be coming up right after we are done. That finishes our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Jace Andrews. Our studio engineer tonight is John Beverly. Our stage manager here at Preston High School was Ernest Dixon. For John Slaughter, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for listening as Pocatello wins it by the final score of 66-20 over the Lady Indians, and we'll talk to you again coming up here tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.